Ramat Gan, Israel. Igor Tudorin spent just 12 hours in the Gaza Strip before a missile hit his tank, leaving him with a life-changing injury. Already in the tank, I knew from the condition of my leg that I was going to lose it. But the question was how much of it would I lose, he said, sitting on a bed at the hospital where he had been treated since his injury last month. Tudorin, a 27-year-old reservist who volunteered for duty after Hamas attack on southern Israel on October 7, which triggered the war, lost his right leg below his hip. He has maintained a positive attitude but admits his hopes of becoming an electrician may no longer be possible. Tudorin is part of a growing number wounded Israeli fighters. Another sizable and deeply traumatized segment Israeli society whose struggles have emerged as a hidden cost the war that will be felt acutely for years to come. Given the large number of injured, advocates worry the country is not prepared to meet their needs. I've never seen this level of scope and intensity, said Eden Kleiman, president of the Disabled Veterans Organization, a nonprofit that advocates for more than 50,000 soldiers injured in this and previous conflicts. We need to rehabilitate these people, he said. Israel's defense ministry said nearly 3,000 members of the country's security forces have been injured since Hamas militants attacked southern Israel on October 7, killing 1,200 people, mostly civilians, and taking 240 hostages. Nearly 900 of them are soldiers injured since Israel began its ground offensive in late October, in which soldiers have come into close combat with Hamas militants. They are gathering. Yagal Levy, who teaches civil-military relations at Israel's Open University, said of the wounded, "If we see a large number of disabled people that Israel needs to rehabilitate, this could have a long-term impact, which could lead to economic as well as social problems." The war also brought unprecedented suffering to Palestinians in Gaza, where more than 21,000 people, nearly 55,000 were injured, and amputations became commonplace. Most of the small enclave's population was displaced. Israelis still largely stand behind the goals of the war, which is mostly seen as an existential battle aimed at restoring a sense of security lost in Hamas attacks. The media barely reports on the hardships of the Palestinians, and their plight barely figures in Israeli public discourse. In a country where compulsory military service is in place for most Jews, the fate of soldiers is a sensitive and emotional issue. The names of fallen soldiers are announced at the top of hourly news bulletins. Their funerals are filled with strangers who have come to show solidarity. Their families receive generous support from the military. But historically, although lauded as heroes, plight of the wounded has taken a backseat to stories of soldiers killed in battle. After their stories of service and survival end, the wounded must contend with a